So we are given the arithmetic series 7 plus 12 plus 17 and so on. So it continues. Now the first question there, 2.1.1, determine the value of t91. So this means we are looking for the 91st term. Now in order for us to find the 91st term, we first need to come up with a general term for this arithmetic series. Now you will recall that we have a standard formula that we use for arithmetic sequences and arithmetic series, and it goes like this. We say Tn, that is any term at the nth position, is equal to a plus brackets n minus 1 brackets all multiplied by d. Now in this formula we say that a is the first term of the series or the sequence. Then we say that d is the common difference. Remember, this is an arithmetic series, so we have a common difference, we call it d. Then n, of course, is the position. So for this particular series, we have the first term being 7, so a is equal to 7. Then d is equal to, remember, it's the difference between two consecutive terms, so you'll just say t n plus 1 minus t n, right? So in this case, that is equal to 12 minus 7, and that is equal to 5. Now you will notice, of course, that if you were to pick the other two consecutive terms, then you would have said that d is equal to tn plus 1 minus tn, and that's equal to, here let's make this tn plus 2 minus tn plus 1. Then you'll use 17 and 12, so 17 minus 12, and in that equation you're going to get 5. So even though you're using different terms, you're still getting the same common difference. So that's your common difference. So now how do you find the general term? We'll say Tn is equal to, we use our a value, that is 7, plus n minus 1, then you substitute in your value for d, that is 5. Now, in order for us to find the 91st term, we need to substitute 91 for n, right? So our n value will be 91. So this is our general term. Now we're saying the t91 is equal to 7 plus 91 minus 1, all multiplied by 5. Then you can go on to say t91 is equal to 7 plus 91 minus 1, that is going to be 90, right? So this is 7 plus 90 times 5. And then you can say that t91 is equal to 7 plus, what is 90 multiplied by 5? That is going to be 450, right? So that is 7 plus 450, that is 457. So that is how we find the 91st term. Now let's look at all the work that we've done so far. Remember what we said? We said we're looking for the 91st term. We know we are dealing with an arithmetic sequence. We know there's a common difference. We know that we have a particular formula that we use to find the general term for an arithmetic sequence, and that is the formula that we used to find the general term. And when we had the general term, we just substituted in 91, which is a position, for the term that we are looking for. We are looking for the 91st term, so that's how we went on by solving that equation, and we found our 91st term. So that's how you do 2.1.1. Now let's look at how we can do 2.1.2. Now, for 2.1.2, they want us to find the sum to the 91st term. So we are going to use here the formula that we know, that we are given for finding the sum to n terms for an arithmetic sequence, right? So for an arithmetic sequence, you say that the sum to n terms is equal to n divided by 2. You'll remember this formula from class. That is n divided by 2 multiplied by 2a plus bracket n minus 1, all multiplied by d. D, that is the same common difference that we used above. So here we have the formula, and then we ask ourselves, what is the value for a? And we say that, oh, of course, we've already solved that one out, it was 7. Then what is the value for d? We did not calculate it again since you already have 5 from above, so we'll say d is equal to 5. Then now we'll have to substitute these values into the sum to n terms formula. So we'll have Sn is equal to n over 2, that is n divided by 2, multiplied by 2a, what is a? That is 7, plus n minus 1, multiplied by d, which is 5. Now in order to find the sum to the 91st term, you have to substitute 91 for the value of n. So instead of putting n, then we put 91. Then we say this is equal to 91 divided by 2, all multiplied by 2 times 7. Instead of writing 2 times 7 again, let's just put 14 there, since it's a very simple multiplication problem. So that's 14 plus brackets, put your brackets there, you've got 91 minus 1, all multiplied by 5. Then we'll say the sum to 91 terms is equal to 91 over 2. Let's just put that like that for now. We'll sort it out in the next step. Then we'll say this is multiplied by 14 plus this will be 91 minus 1, that is 90, multiplied by 5. So we've already done a similar problem above. So let's just say that this is 450. Let's add it right there. Okay, so now in the next step, let's look for the solution here. What is 91 divided by 2? Now we know that 90 divided by 2 is 45, and then we know that 1 divided by 2 is 0.5. So this will be 45.5. So 45.5 is your answer there. All multiplied by 14 plus 450. That becomes 464. So this is 464. And that is equal to 21,112. Now this is the sum to 91 terms for this arithmetic series. Now that is the solution for that question. Let's move on to the next question. Now notice how for these types of problems all we have to do is to find the formula, that is the formula for the general term, or for the sum to n terms, or in some cases when you're dealing with geometric series, the sum to infinity. You find the formula, and then when you found the formula, you look at the sequence or the series you've been given, and you look for the value of a, the value for d, or with geometric series you look for the value of the common ratio. Once you're done doing that, then it's a matter of solving those equations and finding your answers. So now let's move on to 2.1.3 and finish off with it. We have to calculate the value of n for which Tn is equal to 517. Now we are calculating the value for n for which Tn is equal to 517. Now let's remember, let's take down our general term from above. We said that for this particular series, Tn is equal to 7 plus n minus 1, all multiplied by 5. Now in this case, now they are saying we are looking for n. We don't know what n is, but we know that Tn is equal to 517. Now how do you find the value for n when you're given the value for Tn? You have the general term. You've only got one unknown in the general term, and you have the value for Tn, that is the term at the nth position. That is 517. So what you will do, you will substitute the Tn value on this side of the equation, then you will solve for n. That n that you solve for there gives you the position at this term. So that's how this thing works. So on this side I'll just put 517. Then I'll say that is equal to 7 plus n minus 1, all multiplied by 5. Then I'll start to solve for this equation, make n the subject of the formula. That's the first thing you want to do. So let's say 517 is equal to 7 plus 5n minus 5. Now after substituting that Tn value, we are going to solve for the n value. So of course we manipulate this side of the equation. We get minus 5 there, we get plus 2 here, minus 5 plus 7 plus 2. Then you make n the subject of the formula. That means that you take the plus 2 out. That means you minus by 2, you minus that side by 2, you get 500n. Put it here, you get 500n. 15 is equal to 5n. Then you divide both sides by 5. That means you get 515 divided by 5 is equal to n. That means you get n is equal to 103. So that is 103. So the n value is 103. This means that at the 103rd position you will find the value 517.